Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel. So the month of November, we are concentrating all of my Monday and Saturday videos on the Sparkling Snowflake bundle, I think is what it's called. We'll double check in a minute. But it consists of these polymer stamp sets and this fun tag punch. So this is the second Monday in November, which is November 13th. And we're doing a card from page 39 in the mini catalog. My new whiteboard is otherwise occupied right now with paper pumpkin information. But I saw this card. I was looking at something in the catalog, and then I was like, oh yeah, I didn't get the wintry. I didn't get the new snowflake thing. And then I saw this card and I'm like, oh, that's my case of card. And for me, a case of card is, I'm going to do the basic layout. I'm going to change it up as you can see some of our inspiration. So the Sparkling Snowflake bundle. I really stepped out of my wheelhouse here with my Christmas cards in the stamp sets that I'm normally drawn to. And I'm so excited to share those with you guys because I am so pleased with everything. I mean, the challenge and the just all the excitement I get myself from making something new and exciting. And if you could see my hands, they're like shaking. So excited. Okay, so this is what we're using. We are using, I believe, every single one except for you, which, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to stay with what I was concentrating on. So this is the card we're casing. We're doing a slimline card. And it's not your basic measurements because it's going to go into this particular envelope. And I'm going to give you the measurements of the envelope. So let's go over. I had to scribble it out and start all over again. So let's go over everything we are going to use for this card. Let me get it all out of it. I've done prep work for this card, of course. All its goodies out of the envelope there. So I even did a little tiny bit of work. So Case a Card Monday video series number 2, November 13th card base. This now, guys, is 7.5 by 9, scored at 4.5. That's because it fits in an envelope that measures 4 3/4 by 7.5. I got these guys at a thrift store. They're in my stash, and I saw that slimline card, and I wanted to make sure I did a big version, so I have several. Anyway, so here's my card base. Here is my envelope. You can see I added this teeny bit of detail down here on the envelope already. Like I said, we did some work. So we have our card base, our envelope. Layer number 1 for the outside of the card is 4 1/4 by 7. It's in black. For the front of the card, layer number 2, DSP layer, is 4 by 6 3/4, and this is the Retired Heart and Home. I'm using up my stuff. This is what it looks like on one side. This has this wood grain on the other. And if you look at this, this has a wood grain, and it's going the different direction, but it's still got a wood pattern. So I think I'm doing pretty good here with what I have on hand. So that's for, why is that? That is not the right size. This one is the right size. I'm like, that piece doesn't look like it goes in there. So DSP layer 4 by 6 3/4. Inside layers, we have 2 inside layers because it's really going to make the inside pop with this one. Inside layer is 4 1/4 by 7.5. It should be. No, it's by 7. So this half is wrong. I'm like, something's wrong there. 4 by 4. That's the envelope. Layer number 1 there and layer number 1 inside are the same. So 4 1/4 by 7 in black. Then the inside layer Layer number 2 for the inside is 4 by 6 3/4, the same as the DSP. This is in white. And again, I had a scrap piece. This is the measurement that it was, guys. I just laid it on there. So what else are we using? The tag punch. So for this one, we need 3 snowflakes. And I'm showing you at least 1 1/4 inches. I'm going to show you on this one. I'm going to open my punch up, stick this in, because we're going to, they did this really cool thing with this one. That's why it caught my eye. If you guys can see this, this is the snowflake punch. Just those 3 bits are, they must have cut this right there to get that in there. So we're going to use those. So now I have 4. So for the tag, which you saw on our card, is 3 by 4 1/4. This tag, mine's a bit larger, and I am using, because I don't have the new snowflake one that's in the mini catalog, which I was looking to see if I had ordered it and couldn't find it, but I must have not gotten it yet. So I'm using the Wintry 3D embossing folder, the snowflakes down there, and that is on black. We're going to punch 3 snowflakes in the tag punch. We just did that in basic gray. We have 7 1/4 inches of the black and white gingham ribbon in the annual catalog, not the vanilla and black. This is the white and black. And then we have 3 white circles, 2 3/8, 2 and 1 3/8. And the inks we are using are Black Memento, Smoky Slate, Basic Gray, and Whisper White. So let's get started, everybody. Let's get ready to rumble, right? That's what I feel like I'm doing here. Oh, I'm so excited for this card. Really am. So first things first is I'm going to get my scratch paper. This is our tag. Now, I saved this to do with you because some people question, like, how do you make it a tag? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over. I need a pencil here. Come on. Oh, there's one in my notebook. I need just a little pencil. I'll probably lose this pencil now. I'm going to mark center, which is at 1 1/2. So 1, 2, 3. So 1 1/2. Here's my center. Now I'm going to turn it. Oops. Hold on. So here's my center, right? So now I'm going to come in and mark here and here, because this now is where I'm going to start going. That's at 1 inch. I'm going to turn it this way on my grid, and I am not being a perfectionist with this. There's another mark. Turn it this way. I'm just going 1 inch in, 1 inch here, and there. Now I'm going to bring in my little guillotine. And I'm going to go from this mark to this mark on the edge. And I'm going to chop it off. So there's one. Now I'm going to go this way. There to, where's that mark? Oh, that is really not. I got a little too, I knew that was going to happen. So what do I do now? Do I do it all over again? Or do I just make it work? I'm going to make it work. I'm not going to go there. It is a handmade card. This one got too big of an angle. So it happens, but we're going to roll with it. I can fix it. I can disguise it should be the phrase I'm going to use. All right, so the white, and I'm using my Q-tips. Q-tips are going to get the smaller bits in here. I'm going to highlight just like you would a sponge dauber, but I get a bit more control with what I'm covering. It's not as big. If they made a teeny tiny sponge daubers, which I'm sure somebody does, just I don't have those yet. Just dragging it over the bits I want to add some white to. So we want to do this one, just the raised bits. We're just adding a little bit of visual interest to it, which it really does stand out quite well. So if your Q-tip starts getting fuzzy, use the other side. Have nice, bright white. Ooh, not too much. You could also use the side, I guess. I just don't want to go. This one, you can also just take off a lot of that stuff, the fluffy bits. Take it off. All right, this one over here needs some. I wouldn't call this stamping with a Q-tip. But it is getting the ink where I want it. Oops. And a little, then some. I licked my finger, guys. If you're wondering, what did she just do? Yes, I did lick my finger and wiped off the excess. Okay. And some of these little bits I'm going to add where there's little dots. I'm going to add more little dots of white on top of them. All right. That's it. Just a little visual interest. So next we are going to stamp on our DSP with, this is a two-step stamp. It has a large, I don't know what you want to call it, flat image. Then it has the detailed image. The background image is this one. So we're just going to use the background images first. Let me get them. 1, 2, that one, and that one. And we are going to stamp some snowflakes onto this one. So the smallest one, this one, is going to be in Smoky Slate. The largest one is going to be in the basic gray, and we're going to start with that one first. We are going to stamp off. By the way, if you were wondering, yes, we're stamping off. So stamp off, because you're going to see our image is going to be so much lighter, and that's what we want. Maybe we'll do 1, 2, we're going to go 3 with the basic gray. So 1, 2, and now we're going to stamp here. Just ever, oh, so pretty. We're going to do it again. 1, 2, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to just go like this down the paper. So 1, 2, and here's this one. 1, 2, and right there. Ta-da! And I do want a little bit right there. I can't help it. It just, so we have 5 snowflakes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's in our basic gray. Now we're going to take our medium snowflake. I'm not going to close it up because we're going to use it. This is going to be in black. Memento. And yes, we're stamping off in this one too. 1, 2, up 3 times. 3 times is a charm. Let's flip this over because we need the the space. 1, 2, and we are going to come in right there, just a partial. Oops, almost dropped it. 1, 2, we're going to come right there. 1, 2, and we're going to go right about there. 1, 2, we're going to come in here. 1, 2, and we're going to bring it right there. So we have 5 there. Now we're going to bring in the smoky slate for the little one. So any wood grain DSP you have would work really well. And of course, you don't have to do the blacks and the grays like I'm doing. So we need to test 1, 2, or okay, we're going to do it 3 again. 1, 2, and we are going to fill in now. Oh, definitely 3 times. 1, 2. We want to come here. 1, 2, and we're going to go here. 1, 2, and we're going to bring it right there. 1, 2, a lot of stamping. Yes, I know. So that now is done. Let's get some snowflakes. We're going to go in reverse now. We're going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to put the little one up here. And then we're going to go to the big one because I closed the black one. Where's the big snowflake background one? Basic gray. All this inking. 1, 2. We're going to bring the large one right there. And then our medium one is going to go there. Possibly. Not sure I like the look of the black in the center, so we're going to have to just hang with it. 1, 2, I think we'll do a partial here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and a partial bit there. And we're going to do it again. 1, 2. We're going to hang a little bit more there. Now we need our envelope. We're doing all the stamping before we put this into play. So we're going to start with our basic gray snowflake, the large one. Looking for a place to stamp. 1, 2. I'm going to need another scratch paper, big time. So we're going to go ahead and put it here. Because it's okay that it's going to get the little code thingy on it. That's not going to bother me at all. 1, 2. Now the black. We're going to do the same thing. Probably should have waited to put my little line there. But it's all good. 1, 2. And I'm going to put this one over there. And then we're going to do 1, 2. We're going to do this one up there where we write. Now on the back, we're doing it all. We are just stamping our hearts out here. This one is the black. I want the large one, the basic gray one for the back of the envelope. 1, 2, stamp off. Big snowflake. The black snowflake. Black memento. Stamping off though. 1, 2. Look at all that. So kind of crazy. There's that one. Now we need our witty bitty baby one in the smoky slate. 1, 2, and we're going to bring that one right here. Now I'm going to bring in on the envelope this time, okay? On the envelope, I'm going to bring in the details. They're going to go in the same color on color. But for the envelope, let's see. Oh, this is the big one. Wrong ink. Okay, Mr. Wasp, you need to leave my stamp room. I know I shouldn't leave the door open, but it's nice. in the smoky slate, wrong version of the smoky slate. Want the other stamp. This one needs a little quick clean off. And then I won't have to clean them again because we're going to do the same thing. That was the wrong one I cleaned off. I'm like, I didn't need to clean that one off. The detailed one. The details. So basic gray. And we don't want to get it in the ink. And I missed this little snowflake. So let's see, go over there, go over there, and this one is smoky slate. Close our flap up. Okay, so that's our envelope. Now we are going to stamp in basic gray, winter greetings, right over here. And that's, I'm going to put these away for a minute. Not sure where, but I'm going to move them out of my area. So we have, I believe, all of our stamping accomplished except for our circles. So we can start. Oh, I didn't think I'm getting not all the way there yet, but we can put these layers together to get some of it out of the way. This is really pretty, by the way. I don't know if you can see just how pretty that came out, but that came out really, really pretty. So all the way around our edges, a big X, dot, 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 onto the black layer. And I need to shimmy it over. That's why I use wet glue, guys. Okay, really, really like that. Now we are going to put this piece onto its card base. Big X, dot, 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 and onto its basic gray card base. It's even pretty this way. Really, really pretty. But almost forgot, we got to stamp. We are going to continue in the basic gray. Where is the stamp and pierce mat? This I need to, that's done and over with. It cannot be used, I think, anymore. So we are going to make the season sparkle in basic gray in the center. Very, very cool. That is done. Now we're going to stamp on our 3 circles, 2 3/8, 2 inch and 1 3/8. And we need our detailed images of our snowflake. Do we want to do, I'm thinking we're going to continue. I wasn't going to do I was just going to do I'm not sure if I can, this is going to, no, I need a new piece of scratch paper. There is just no way that's going to work. And I don't have one under my thing like I usually do. This does not work. I thought that would be easier to put my scrap bits in, but that just does not work. Okay, because we are going to stamp off. That's hand sanitizer from my hands. All right. Starting with our largest snowflake. That's the medium one. Nope, this is the large one. So we're going to do both the solid image and the detailed image. Basic gray, but we're going to stamp off twice. 1, that's not a good inking. Let's try this again. 1, nope, let's try this again. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's basic gray. Just a little hint of it. Now straight, solid. And you don't have to line these up perfectly unless it bothers you. Oh, my husband is home. I was hoping I would be done before he got home because I need to go help him. So let's get it done. So next we're going to go to the black Memento for our 2-inch circle. And here's the black medium solid image. So we're going to stamp off twice. 1, 2, and my dogs are going to bark like the crazy fools they are. They're great little guard dogs. My daughter's dog sounds like a ferocious beast when she barks, which is comical to us, but she's a protector. Oh, that is beautiful. It almost looks blue. All right. So next one is our dual image here. We're going to clean that off. This is the Smoky Slate, which is still open. So in this one, we're going to stamp off twice, and I got ink on that side, so let's go with this side. Now for this one, we are going to stamp off. Nope, we're going to keep it. I'm going to stamp it in black. Like, I got to put a sentiment on there. We're going to stamp Let It Snow. Let's go basic gray. I stamped everything else basic gray. So this one is going to say Let It Snow. Please, you can't see it. Time for another circle. That didn't work out, guys. This is one, oh, it's 1 3/4. I keep saying 1 3/8. I need a scrap piece of white. There's got to be one running around. Very vanilla everywhere and no white. So let's get out the scrap bits. It even says scraps. There's got to be a piece in here, guys. That'll work. That did not work out on this one. It does happen. So we're going to punch first. Some people like to punch after, but this is working for me. So we're going to go stamp off twice and then there. So then we're going to take this one, stamp off once, and we're going to try it again. But this time we're going to stamp it, yes, that works, in basic black. And now I can close up, maybe, all of these, and then Let It Snow will be in black Memento. I said basic black, but we want a really good Let It Snow. Hand sanitizer time. I'm telling you. Just kind of, if you guys can hear the loud music. My husband is deaf in one ear, and that's not a lot. He had what's called cholesteatoma. I think I'm saying that right. And he had to have reconstructive surgery on his ear. So let's bring in, now we have our snowflakes, our card base. The inside piece, let's get this done and glued in. He won't wear a hearing aid either. Stubborn old man. But he's mine. All right, let's get that in the center bit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lots of room to write a message. All right, we're going to glue this now down to the inside. And we're in the home stretch now, guys. X dot 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 dot. There's a smear, not a dot, as it came out. Gotta open the card up. A lot of layers to this card. A lot of layers. But it is very, very pretty. So let me show you what we've got so far compared to our image. So we have we've done layers here to make it look, but we have our grain. We did our 3 snowflakes. We're going to cut those 2 down. We're going to work on our ribbon. So here is my tag. We need to put a hole in it. And I need the big hole. I found my crocodile, by the way. Yes, I did. So we're going to go right there. And I'm looking at how they did this. Okay. So they took this and they put it in like so. And then they tied a string around here. And I actually have some basic gray. So we're going to use that. And I'm going to use a glue dot. I'm going to use a glue dot to put right here so my ribbon doesn't move around on me while I tie the knot. Now they did also tie these ends in knots, and it'll probably be easier to do it before I tie the string around it. So you want to take this knot all the way down to the tip. So there's one. Looks kind of better with the big. I might cut them off if I don't like them, because the ribbon they have in the catalog is much larger than this. But let's see. We'll see, but I'm kind of thinking that knot needs to come out. Okay, so there's our 2 little, no, not bad, not bad. It needs to move the ribbon down a bit because now it's not even. All right, so there's our 2 bits of ribbon. We're going to use, maybe if we can find those reverse tweezers, my lovely daughter. She called me this morning. She's like, by the way, Mom, you have a package coming for you. I'm getting it delivered. I'm like, what did you do? She's like, don't worry. It's a subscription, but it's arriving today. They sent me a message. I want you to make sure you look for it. That was sweet of her. Very, very sweet of her. So we have to tie a knot, a bow actually. So buzz, 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 little bee. All right, we're going to use some assist here. Oh, come on. There we go. Don't want too big of a bow, but we can do like that. So there's our bow. We're going to use a glue dot to attach it to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Lost that one. Let's pick up another. Maybe. All right, so now we can snip our little ends off. And we have our gift tag that's going on our card, and our 2 ends, which are going to get glue dots to put them in place. Yes. So, yes, I know it's lopsided, but where I placed circles, you're not going to see it. It's not going to be so noticeable. Let's put it that way. So down goes our gift tag. Oh, so cute. And you can maneuver these with a couple of glue dots if you want them to be like the catalog. So we can make it there, and we're going to put this one on a glue dot to somewhat resemble them being there. So next we need dimensionals, which are up here for our circles. We're going to start with the large one, placement of that one. Look at the ink on it for me. So we have 3 in a triangle formation. And our largest one, see, I told you, you're not going to see that it wasn't perfect. Then we're going to pop this one here. So we need 2 there and then a dab of glue. So 2. And a smear of glue. I must have ink on my finger now. So right about there. And then the Let It Snow is going to bring up the rear. Oh, really cute. Actually, I only need 1 on this one because for this bit here glue and that bit there glue to attach it to the rest. And then we have the snowflakes. The snowflakes, the snowflakes, the snowflakes. Oh, we have these too. We can't forget these bits. So I'm going to cut this here, cut this here. I'm going to make like a wedge. I'm not worried about anything else because these now, do you see how that's going to come in? Just like that. So we just, little fly. Why? Okay. I really liked this when I saw it, and that's why I decided, oh my gosh, I got to stop what I'm doing and do this. You can also, if you want to, you can leave all the bits. You can cut these out however you want to do it. You can leave all of that if you can fit it up in there. Ooh, that does work. We might use all 3. So there's our snowflake placement. Look, and you got that bit there. All right, 1 more to go. Not sure how much of this one we can fit in there, but we will do it. I don't know what I was thinking trying to keep that, but let's do this and see how much of this snowflake I can fit in there. I love this. Wow. So we definitely have to wink Estella the snowflake. So, I mean, it might be monochromatic, the black, the grays, and all that, but they still need to sparkle and shine. After all, it is Christmas time. So, instead of doing more snowflakes, let's do some rhinestones. We want some really pretty, the basic jewel rhinestones, that is, because I think they're going to give us the best. Let's see. These are going to give us the best bling on this card. So I want to start with one super big one right in the center. I'm going to do a medium one in this one. And then this one, I think I can get a wee little baby one just right in the center. Oh, yes, I can. Did this not get... No, it's got glue on it. I'm just going to add a little spot more right there. Oh my gosh, I am so pleased with this card, guys. I just can't believe that that came out that well. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes, yes. So where is my catalog? So, this is what we just did. We have our ribbon detail, our bow, our tag, which I messed up there, but you can't tell. Now, we did place the snowflakes. Because I messed up there, I moved the snowflake from over here to over here and did it this way, which is beautiful. And we did the 3 basic gray from the snowflake punch, of all things, the punch, right? The tag punch. Thank you, Stamping Up, because I don't know if I would have tried using that had I not seen this card. And like I said, I was looking through the catalog and I seen it, and I'm like, I've got to do this card. I have got to do this card, but I got to do it my way. I got to do it, a little spin on it. So this is my version. Where is our beautiful envelope? There's our envelope to go with it. And look at the inside. Oh, I love all of the stamped on it. It came out really well. I'm very, very, very pleased with this card. I hope you guys like it enough to let me know, like, share, or comment. A comment would be so rewarding for me. That is the best thing ever. I don't get to sell anybody anything. The comments are hand down my favorite thing. And I love that we added the little bit of white on this black that popped out that little hint of the snowflakes. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to go help my husband now, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now.